Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now, your #1 source for tips, tricks, and everything you need to know for Fantasy Premier League football. Today, we're going to be going over some of the best defenders to bring in on your Game Week 8 wildcard. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below. Let's smash 15 likes. Leave a comment. What defender are you definitely bringing in this week, whether you're on your wildcard or not? Subscribe if you're brand new. We're trying to hit 200 subs by Game Week 10. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video. So, starting things off, what I'm going to do is today go over 5 defenders that you should definitely think about bringing on your wild card this week. Tomorrow, we're going to go over 5 midfielders, and then the day after, we're going to go over 5 forwards. A lot of you guys have been leaving comments about going into detail about more specific players and stuff, so I thought this was a pretty good thing to do. But anyway, we're kicking things off with one of the most brought-in players this week, and that is Cancelo. And why not? City have 3 really good fixtures coming up. At home to Burnley, which they've won the last 2 5-0, I do believe. Then they're Brighton away. Brighton are pretty good at the back, but of course with Cancelo, hopefully you're going to be banking on those clean sheets for the next 3 games, and those 2 fixtures you could easily get 2 clean sheets. And as well as that, they've got Crystal Palace at home as well, which again is another clean sheet that you'd expect Man City to get. After that, they're away at United, which I do think they will concede. I know Manchester United haven't been too good at the moment, but it's the Manchester derby. It's the same if like Liverpool took on United or Liverpool took on City or something. You're expecting goals in those games, and nobody's going to be keeping a clean sheet. And then they're at home to Everton in Game Week 12. So a lot of people are bringing in City assets now to target the next 3, because then United, Everton are a little bit more tricky. I think their fixtures get a little bit better after that as well, but it's the next 3 that people are really going for. I mean, Burnley at home is, like I say, last 2 games I think were 5-0. You want Cancelo for that. He started every single game. He didn't have the best game against Liverpool, but I don't think that'll make him lose his spot because he can play left back or right back. It's just so much variety on the pitch, so I think they're definitely going to be still playing him at the Etihad. We've obviously got his stats here. Expected goals 0.8, expected assists 0.9. He hasn't scored yet this season, but he has assisted a goal, and he's owned by nearly 18% of managers. He's coming in at 6.2 million, so he has had a couple of price rises. I think he's had a price rise this week. He might get another one before the deadline on Saturday, but we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, Cancelo is just an option that a lot of people are bringing in because he's very attacking. He gets so forward, especially at home to teams like Burnley. Like, he's just going to have the freedom to go forward, cross in a bunch of balls. I could see him getting an attacking return in this game as well as the clean sheet. Double digits, hopefully, for Cancelo. I would like to bring him in myself, but I'm still waiting to see what happens over the international break. Of course, Brazilian players are not going to be available for Game Week 8. It has been confirmed. So Edison's not going to be there at the back, which is a little bit it's unfortunate, but it's still City. They should be okay. For Liverpool, you've got Firmino, Fabinho, Alisson. They're all going to be away. Rafinha is also not going to be back for Leeds. So it's quite a bad situation, especially if you've got quite a few Brazilian players. I do own Rafinha, so that's going to have to be another issue that I have to deal with. But at the same time, Jota should play the whole 90 minutes against Watford because Firmino is not going to be there. So there's bad things and good things to this whole situation. But yeah, Cancelo is someone hopefully I will be bringing in, especially if Lukaku is not injured as well, because also he's apparently not fit for playing. It's just problems on international break. But yeah, Cancelo should definitely be at the top of your transfer list if you are on your wild card and you're looking for a City asset. He's just nailed, and he's just got some really good fixtures coming up. Next up, we've got Rudiger. Again, I've been going over Rudiger all week, and that is because, as I always say, he is the only 100% nailed Chelsea defender. I think it'd go Rudiger, Azpilicueta, then maybe Reece James if he's back, and then Alonso Chilwell. I mean, they both play on the left, but it's like, which one is he going to go with? They're both quite expensive assets to have, and because you just never know which one's going to play, it's just not safe going on the left side of Chelsea's defense. But I think Azpilicueta and Reece James, I know they're both on the right, but the way that Tuchel kind of plays his team, they both get into a lot of the squad. And Rudiger's just at the heart of the defense as well. You could also have Christensen, Thiago Silva at the back as well. But Rudiger is the most nailed player. He's gone up to 5.8 mil now. And of course, we all know that Chelsea's fixtures are just really good. Brentford away, then Norwich at home. You're going to want some Chelsea players for that Norwich at home. That is the best fixture of the season for a team like Chelsea. There's going to be a lot of goals in that game. Should be a clean sheet. I'm expecting like 4-0 Chelsea in that game. So if you do hold Lukaku, Mason Mount, any of these players, you hopefully will be getting some returns there. Then the Newcastle away, Burnley at home. Again, another really good fixture. And then Leicester away. Leicester, another team that have been leaking in goals. They have been scoring. They've just been so bad at the back. So if you do have a Chelsea asset that's like a forward or a midfielder, again, you've got some really nice fixtures coming up. But there should be like 3 or 4 clean sheets over the next 5 game weeks for Chelsea as well. They were unlucky in the last game week because of the Chilwell penalty. But apart from that, I mean, Chelsea assets are just really, really valuable at the moment. He's not got the best stats, but that's because he is a centre-back, XG of 0.4, expected assist 0.1. He has scored so far this season, and he is owned by over 20% of teams. But Rudiger is a player that I think everybody should be taking a look at if you are on your wild card and you want some solid players at the back. Coming up next, we have another Man City defender. Now, Aymeric Laporte is a player that has actually played every single game so far this season. I don't know why John Stones has been dropped, but that seems to be the case. I don't know if he's going to be back after international duty or whatever, but if you don't have the funds for Cancelo or you don't have the funds for Diaz, like I would personally go for Diaz over Laporte because he just definitely is nailed. But if you don't have the money to upgrade to Diaz, Laporte is a pretty good second. As I said, he's played every single game so far. He's got an XG and XA of 1 on both. He's scored so far this season. He's only owned by 3.6% of teams. And I know a lot of people are doubling up on Man City to target those next 3 fixtures instead of Chelsea. Although some teams are doing double Chelsea and double Man City, which over the next few fixtures is just really, really good. And you could be getting a lot of points at the back. Because Trent's out and he's still a little bit of a doubt, like we don't know if he's going to be back for Watford. He should be, but we're not 100% sure. A lot of people are just not risking it because Trent is a lot of money as well. So on their wild card, they're just kind of having 2 City defenders, 2 Chelsea defenders, and then they're probably going to bring Trent back in once his fixtures get a little bit better. Because if he misses the Watford game, he's got United away, which isn't a great fixture. Like United, Liverpool, yeah, again, United haven't been good, but it's just such a massive derby game. Like, he's probably going to concede. Like, he might get an assist in that game, but at the same time, you're going to have Rudiger at home to Norwich, and you're also going to have Aymeric Laporte, Cancelo away at Brighton, which are both better fixtures than United away for Liverpool. So, yeah, I would love, if I was on a wild card, I probably would just bite the bullet and bring in 2 City defenders and 2 Chelsea defenders, and then just have a bench of like Livramento or someone like that, because he's just a really, really good step in case Laporte does get benched. Because again, John Stones could come back. He's not played any games for City this season in the Prem. He's obviously starting for England and stuff, but yeah, I really don't know what's going on. John Stones had a really, really good season, but he's just not getting played by Pep, and Laporte is. So if you want a cheaper City option that again has played every single minute so far, he could be benched, but it doesn't look like that case at the moment. Coming up next, we have Kieran Tierney, a defender for Arsenal. He's only 4.9 mil. And he's just a really, I think any game he could just score points. His expected assist is quite bad for how, like, he's getting forward. He's creating a lot of chances. I don't know why his XA is so bad. His expected goals is only 0.2 as well. That's fair enough. He's only owned by like 7% of teams. He hasn't scored or got an assist this season. They're getting a few more clean sheets now. Arsenal have kind of tightened up at the back. They are playing better football, but at the same time, it is Arsenal. Like, do you want to target the next few fixtures? I think you kind of do. I've got Tierney in my team. They're at home to Crystal Palace next. I know a lot of people are bringing in Ramsdale, so if you don't have Ramsdale, you are sticking with Sanchez. Tierney could be a different player to bring in. Again, Crystal Palace at home, Villa at home, then Leicester away, and then Watford at home. Then he has Liverpool away. The fixtures do get a little bit worse after that, but for the next 4 game weeks, you could have him. And at the same time, you could just pop Livramento in on game week 12 instead of Kieran Tierney, because, okay, going to Anfield, you're going to concede, most likely. So, yeah, you probably don't want to play Tierney that game. But for the next 4, Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, Leicester, and Watford, they're all good fixtures for Tierney. And I think it's about time he returned some points. Like, yeah, he's getting clean sheets, but assist potential, goal threat, it's all there for this guy. He's just not been getting the points. Like, he's delivering crosses, he's just getting unlucky that no one's been putting him in. But Arsenal are playing better now, so hopefully that does roll over for Tierney and he does get some more points soon. So that's the 4th option. And then finishing things off, we do have Livramento. Again, I've spoken about this guy a lot this week as well. If you're on your wild card, you have to bring him in. I just don't think there's any debate about it. His fixtures are just so good. He's only 4.2 mil. Leeds at home, Burnley at home, Watford away, Villa at home, and then Norwich away. Again, game week 12, if you do bring Tierney and Livramento in, again, Tierney's got Liverpool away, Livermento's got Norwich away, so you're obviously going to play Livermento in that game. His XG's not great, 0.1, but he's got an expected assist of 1. He hasn't scored or assisted. Well, he has got an assist this season. It was the penalty. It's just the website I use for stats. It doesn't count like penalties as an assists. But yeah, he has got an assist this season when he did get the penalty for Southampton at Chelsea last week. He's owned by 13% of teams. I'm pretty sure that's gone up by now. And he's probably going to get a price rise as well. But yeah, if you are on your wild card, you've hit the button, bring this guy in. His fixtures are so good. And if you are taking punts on Alonso, Chilwell, players that you're not 100% sure are going to start, over the next 5 game weeks, Livramento is just a good stand-in for any of them, because they're all pretty much green fixtures apart from Villa at home, which again, I still think they can keep a clean sheet. And you've got the likes of Burnley there, Watford, Norwich, who are all leaky at the back. And Leeds as well. He's got Leeds in game week 8. Leeds are going to be without Rafinha and stuff as well. So again, there's more clean sheet potential in that game. Like, I'm probably going to play Livramento because Rafinha's going to be on my bench. So hopefully Leeds don't score in that game. But he's just a really good player that he's just so cheap. He's one of the best FPL options for like right now because he's so cheap. He's not getting like minute managed. He's starting every single game, and he's getting forward. He's creating chances. And Southampton, yeah, they're all over the place at the moment. But again, like, he's just really cheap. Just go for Livramento if you don't already have him. But anyway, that's going to be the 5 players that we're going to go over for the Game Week 8 wildcard watch list for defenders. Again, tomorrow I'm going to be going over midfielders, and then on Tuesday I'm going to be going over forwards, and then we'll take a look more at different injuries and stuff, because more stuff is going to be going on over the international break, of course. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 15. Leave a comment. Who are you bringing in this week? Subscribe if you're brand new. We're trying to hit 200 subs by game week 10. It's everything from me, though. Have a fantastic rest of your Sunday, and until next time, peace.